Hey there, it's Teresa, and welcome to another conversation. Welcome to another, oh my gosh, episode of Conversations from My Couch, where I come every Wednesday and talk about all things leadership. So let's get started. I was originally going to do this outside on my outside couch because the weather is absolutely glorious. And who would have thought that I'd have a neighbor who'd be mowing their lawn at 12:30 in the afternoon on a Wednesday. So maybe next week I'll try it again and have a conversation from my couch. So got a DM and made me laugh out loud because it kind of went something like this. Hey, I absolutely love what you're doing about teams, but dude, I'm having a rough time just having one-on-ones with my team. So let's talk about one-on-ones this week. So I read this stat that said about 15% of employees are dissatisfied with the amount of communication that they're having with their managers. 15% is that's a good chunk, especially if you've got a small team. It's that can really cause a lot of waves on your team. So a great way to connect and to get status updates on what your team is doing, your employees are doing, is to have one-on-ones. It's a great way, just a great way to make sure that they know that they're being heard and that they're being seen. So a quick way to make your one-on-ones feel, and I say feel because we're human beings and we're about 75-80% heart and about 20-25% brain, right? Like at the end of the day, we react with our heart and then our brains jump in. So we want it to feel like they're being heard and seen. And one way to do that is to make sure that your one-on-ones are streamlined and efficient. I say that because when they're streamlined and efficient and the other person knows what's coming up, they feel more comfortable, they feel engaged. I would suggest that you would share what your one-on-one template with them is, and I'll give you just a quick one here in a couple of minutes. Remember, as always, your employees are people, so they're going to come to you in varying context with varying content and varied personalities. So, take it and you need to kind of address them on whatever level that they're on. So, best one-on-one template I can give you is right here. 5 minutes, get to know you. Make sure that you write something down about that employee, because nothing makes you feel as good as when somebody comes back, you've had a conversation, and they can come back and ask you about it or remind you of the time that you spent together. Just think about how good you feel when somebody does that, when they remember something about you. So I'd encourage you to do that. 5 minutes on personal back and forth. Then you want to do 10 minutes of the work that's being done since your last meeting. So what's the status updates? How can you help them change their blockers? And then 10 minutes of work prep. So what's coming up? What's going to happen. This is a great time for you to let them know what your expectations are of the projects that are coming up, and that way they can plan too. So amazeballs. Last thing is I want you to really think about one-on-ones. Like they're a great way, like I said, to connect. And when you make sure that you are talking about the right subject matter, you're following up as you've promised, and that you're creating continuity, these one-on-ones can really, really, really be something that help you as a leader to get people to follow. Number one, because, if we're not leaders, if we have nobody who follows us and respects us. So just easy peasy, right? 25 minutes. You can find 25 minutes for your team members. All right. 5 minutes personal, 10 minutes status updates, 10 minutes what we're planning for, what we're going to be doing next. And that is how you find time for a great one-on-one with your employees. All right, guys. I did update my freebie that's out on my website. So you can go to www.realsmartmethod.com and download the four simple steps to coach your teams. Easy. I might do a leadership challenge at some point in time where we kind of go through that larger document that I used to have out there. I got feedback that people felt like it was super overwhelming. So I do not want that to be. I want what I give you to be easy to implement, just like these Facebook Lives are. Or these lives are, I should say. And so, hey, have a great week. Hope you get outside to get some of that beautiful sunshine as we start working our way towards summer. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.